Alright, I'm a hot mess from working outside today, so y'all can get over it. This is the first time, the only time you're going to see my face in this video. Apparently, your grandmas and mamas did not teach you how to make fried apples, because I posted something about making fried apples on Instagram and Facebook yesterday, and you guys had no idea what I was talking about. So today, I'm going to school you in fried apples. Alright, so you want your apples to be, you know, a regular apple slice, not too thick, but a good thickness in between the two. Because they need to fry up kind of quick. You don't want them, you could fry them all day long, but that's really not fried apples. It's more like stewed apples or something. So I'm going to cut up probably a good 6 or so of these. This is just for dinner tonight. I just find this easier to do rather than peeling it and coring it. I don't mind a little skin. That's how God intends it. Make sure you get out these brown spots though. See these brown spots? These are orchard apples, so they're not normal. Alright, so here's the best part. You get to add butter. Alright, now I've been cooking today, so you can forgive my mess of a stove. My stove is black and my cast iron pan is black, so you're not going to be able to see things very well. But I'll try to take you through it as quick as possible. Fried apples are so easy. I mean, you're gonna find that you're gonna make it the way you want to make it. It's all got to be to taste. I don't know measurements. I just know the way my grandma did it. And we just do it to taste around here. So that's right. I'm adding almost a whole stick of butter. The reason why I say almost a whole stick is because I actually started munching down on this stick the other day when I made biscuits. And we only took maybe a tablespoon off of it. So you're going to let that melt. And then you're going to add regular sugar. And you're going to add a little bit of brown sugar. Now, you could do all brown sugar. You could do all regular sugar. I'm just doing it the way I like it. Sorry, I got to turn my oven off here. I've got something else in the oven. So, once your butter is melted, I would say at least a half a cup of regular sugar and maybe a quarter cup of brown sugar. And then you're going to add at least a tablespoon or 2 of cinnamon. Get all that mixed up. Then you're going to add your apples to it. And you're going to cook them on a low temperature until they're all nice and soft and gooey. So I'm going to take you through that right now. You're going to adjust the sugar and butter to how many apples you have. If you only have 4 apples and you're just making a small batch of this, then you clearly do not need this much sugar and butter. Actually, you really don't even need this much sugar and butter, but we like sugar and butter around here. There goes our cinnamon. It's almost like you're making applesauce. If you've made applesauce, then you know what I'm talking about. Except it's just in a skillet and you're frying it. I'm going to add a little more cinnamon. We like our cinnamon around here. Just like we like our butter and sugar. Alright, that's mixed up good. I'm going to go ahead and add the apples. I don't think my pan's big enough. But that's alright, we'll make it fit. Coat it all up, babies. Coat it all up. To be honest, I normally don't use a cast iron skillet unless it's my big one, but my big one's being used right now. And so normally I actually use my Dutch oven. My porcelain lined Dutch oven. But this will do. We'll get it. Alright guys, this is going to cook down. They're going to cook down really good. So you'll see them in a little bit and I'll come back and show you. So if you know anything about apples, you know apples release a lot of liquid when they're cooking. In fact, I've got an apple cake recipe where if you looked at it and after you made it and you thought this isn't going to turn into anything because it's mostly all apples, hardly any flour or anything, you would be surprised that the apples cook out and they're almost non-existent. So this is what's happening here. In this part of your fried apple process, you're getting a lot of this liquid that's cooking down. So just make sure you don't overfill it like I did, but I think I'm going to be okay. This is not my first time making it in this small cast iron skillet, but it's not my first preference, but everything's just being used right now. You see it's turning into syrup now. That means it's going to be delicious. My apples are starting to soften up and it hasn't even been 6 minutes or so. Actually, it probably hasn't even been that much. Look at that syrup. Oh yeah. You can let them go as little or as long as you want, but once you start seeing them break down, they're about done. Really soft. And that, my friends, is Southern fried apples. Here's your end result. Now we've eaten a lot of them, but I think you get the